All right, Kasey.
Hi,
Kasey, where did you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I'm from Salisbury, Maryland.
Is that near Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me about your family growing up.
Um, well, I grew up with my mom and my father was in my life for maybe like the first like couple years. Then he started doing crack. So he was mostly strung out on crack most of my life.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I didn't really get to see him that much, like kind of off and on. So mainly my mom raised me.
How was childhood with mom?
Um, well, she had like a lot of different guys in and out of her life. So, um, it was definitely like me being transgender. Um, it was really hard for me because my stepfather was abusive. So he used to like hit me and stuff and choke me.
Physical abuse.
Yeah, physical abuse, and also like just like verbal abuse too. And it wasn't just at my house, it was also like at my school. Like I would have to constantly deal with like all that at my school and then come home and deal with it. So it was just like a lot of like emotions that I just like would bottle up and just like not have anywhere to really put that like emotional trauma that I was experiencing. So I just like really just stayed, I was really a loner kind of.
Why do you think you were a target for the
Huh?
why do you think you were a target for the abuse at school and
Oh,
with your
for
step?
being gay
Hmm.
and transgender. So, well, I always knew I was transgender, but at the time I wasn't. My mom wouldn't allow me to transition. She told me that she didn't want me to like start my transition until I was like out away from like her house, like out of her house. So I wasn't really allowed to start. I had to really I had to like buy hormones offline and sneak it and like do a lot of stuff when they weren't there, like dress up and stuff when my parents were home and my sister wasn't home. So
So you feel like you were always this way. You
yeah,
were born this way.
yeah.
There
Hmm.
was no event in your childhood that caused it.
No, no, there wasn't really. I was never like molested or anything, so it was nothing like that.
Hmm. You finished high school.
Yeah, barely. My mom helped me, so yeah, I got like my like final years. Like it was really hard for me to like go to school because I was constantly dealing with like a lot. Like because I transitioned when I was like 16, so like I switched schools to a different school, so I was hoping no one would know me, but it's like like on the first day it was like really stressful. I felt like I had to leave school. Like I was just so like scared, like because I didn't have my name changed yet. So like everyone would call me like my birth name, my boy name. So it was just really hard, like being a woman and then like still being called like boy like names and stuff. So yeah, and like I was like the only like transgender person in that school, so I felt like a lot of the students didn't know how to relate to me or like to react to like there being like a transgender person. So like yeah.
And you came to California at what age?
I was 25 when I came here.
How old are you now?
I'm 27.
27. So you've been here a couple of years.
Hmm.
Have you found it easier for you in California?
Actually, the weather is nice. Since I've been here, I've started using heavy drugs. So I don't think that's like I don't know. It's hard to say because I didn't when I came here I wanted to be an actress and like I just started hanging out with like the wrong crowd I guess and like doing drugs and so being homeless. So it's just like I would just like rely on guys from like online dating or something and like stay at their house and like for a couple of days. And then they would eventually get tired of me, of course. So I'd have to move on to the next person.
And that's how you're getting by now?
Yeah, that's basically how I'm getting by now. I have this one guy who I've known for like since July, who I've been staying with. He's been helping me, but sometimes we get into fights and stuff. So, but he does like drugs really heavily. So, me trying to like not do drugs is really hard because like everyone I hang around, it seems like it's all around me. I feel like I don't know what to do really. It just seems like that's the thing here.
And what is your drug? Crystal meth?
Well, I've tried pretty much every drug. Recently, I've just been doing crystal meth and yeah, just crystal meth really, and coke and stuff, pills, Xanax.
And you'll get money for those by entertaining men?
Yeah. Sex work, yeah.
How is that for you? Is it?
I like it. I think it's kind of like an ego boost, almost. Like I kind of like get a thrill off of it. But, after like I've like seen I can see like 5 or 6 guys in a day, and then it's just after that there's like an empty feeling, like, a lot of these guys have like wives and they go home to their house and stuff, and it's like, and I'm just like having sex with these guys, and it's like I'm having like a really an emotional connection with them, and then it's just like it's over after they like get whatever they're looking for. So it's like I have like the money, but I mean, there's like an empty feeling at the end of the day sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you lonely? Would you describe yourself as lonely?
Yeah, I spend most of my time alone, honestly. I don't really like to hang out with a lot of people because just like I've been in fights and stuff with like other transgender people, and like jealousy issues, and sometimes like I feel like it's better if I spend my time alone. So I'll go like 3 or 4 days just like sitting in the house, like, or wherever, secluded somewhere, and then I'll come out and it'd be fun. People will give me some attention, so it makes me feel good, and then I'll just hide away for a couple more days.
Do you have any friends in your life?
No.
Nothing.
I don't. Which I want some, but it's really complicated to make friends sometimes, especially in this life, and trying to choose my friends who are not doing drugs. Like most of the girls I know transgender are, they do drugs, they're drug addicts. So yeah.
Do you feel like you were accepted as by your family when you were young?
At first I wasn't accepted. Like they were really mean to me, but then after that they started to come around, but it's like it never is on the level as it was before I transitioned, and it always like comes in comes in the back of my head, like, oh, if I wasn't trans I'd probably like have like a deeper connection with these people, So it just makes me really feel like really emotional about it, because it's like I don't want to think that, but it's just sometimes I do. It's just sometimes I think that, and it just like bothers me, because it's like I'm not gonna change who I am just so that like they'll accept me. Like that's not fair to me. It's like if I lose myself but I gain them, it's like I really, it's like I lose myself at the end of the day. So.
It's not like you're choosing this lifestyle to be defiant. This is just the way you are.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to be defiant or anything. But, I think that like they say they're supportive, but financially, like I could really use the help, and like if they have like money, it's like I don't understand why they don't help me, like why don't you guys help me if I'm struggling? Like why not help me? I don't get it. If I had the money like they have, I would help them in like a heartbeat, so.
And living on Skid Row's got to be hard, right?
Yeah, it's hard out here.
What kind of stuff has happened to you?
Just a lot of guys, I'll see them and like they'll I've like had guys give me fake money before, so it's like I had sex with them and then I come to find out the money was fake, so it was like it almost feels like I'm getting raped almost, but not really. It's like not forcefully done, it's just like almost like tricking me. I get tricked a lot. Like I'll get in guys' cars and they'll like touch on me and stuff, and then come to find out they don't have any money. So it's like a lot of dead ends out here. But
do you feel like there's any options for you?
Options?
Can you go to another, part of the country, part of the city, and find a life that's better for you?
I don't know. I started sex work when I was like 19, so I don't really know.
Was it similar for you back in Maryland? The experience?
Well, I was back in Maryland. I was staying with my sister. We like had an apartment together, but we started to we would fight a lot about stupid stuff, like, so yeah.
What emotions do you go through?
I go through a lot of depression because anxiety, like, because a lot of guys, like, I'll walk down the street and they'll like catcall, or they'll be like, oh, that's a man, or they'll be like, just saying tranny, or like just like stuff. And like sometimes like I'll look at their faces, and like just like looking at the cars, like the way they look at me, it just makes me feel really uncomfortable. Like it's hard sometimes to like walk out in public, because I feel like just like dirty stares and stuff, and like my anxiety and depression, sometimes I just cannot get out of bed. Like it's hard for me to
Yeah,
get
I
out
think
of bed.
some days you just want to stay inside and not go anywhere.
Yeah.
Do you have a place to stay usually, or?
Well, this guy, he's helping me right now with the hotel. But before him, I was living in a tent. So yeah.
It's gotta be a hard lifestyle.
Yeah, it was really hard. I wanted to kill myself, but I was like, I just got to get through this, and then eventually I think that things will turn around. But it's just, I've been here 3 years. It's like I don't know.
And you've been using drugs like crystal meth for how long?
I started using crystal meth probably like after a year of me being here.
So has your life gotten better or worse since you've?
Worse. I've lost stuff. Most times I live out of a suitcase. So I'll like leave my suitcase somewhere, and then I'll come back and it's gone. So, yeah.
Yeah, when you sleep on crystal meth.
Huh?
When you sleep, taking crystal meth, you sleep for like a day, right?
When I take crystal meth, yeah, sometimes I'll like not sleep for a couple of days, and then
when you finally do sleep,
I'll crash, and then like.
And you get robbed.
Robbed. Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Yeah, I'll get robbed, I'll lose stuff,
Do you feel misunderstood as a trans woman?
Misunderstood? Yes, I feel very misunderstood. I feel like people look at me and they think I'm a joke, or they'll like laugh, and I'm just like, what's so funny? I don't understand why people look at me and like they like feel the need to like laugh or feel uncomfortable, or they'll be like, oh, you have like nice hair, or oh, you have nice makeup or nice clothes, but it's like all superficial. They're not really trying to be close to me. They're just, I don't know.
What was the best memory of your life?
The best memory of my life? Probably when I was a little boy, when I felt really loved by my family, and I felt like everything was safe, and like, but like, as I've gotten older, like, and I transitioned, it's like, I don't really feel the same type of love. I mean, I don't know. I have my moments of where I feel like I love my family, and then like I'll go through things and I'm like, wait, is that love even real? Like, I don't get it, So it's really confusing.
Mm-hmm. What are you afraid of? What do you worry about in your life?
I'm afraid of catching HIV. I'm afraid of dying. I don't want to die yet. I'm afraid of like never making out of this like lifestyle. I'm like really terrified that I'm gonna like, because I'm trying so hard, but it's like, it just feels like it just feels like every time I try to come up, like there's something that pulls me back down, whether it's drugs or whether it's guys, or, and with the lifestyle I live, it's like, I have like a lot of anxiety and depression. So I've tried medication. I don't like how it makes me feel. Sometimes I do Xanax to help my anxiety, but that leads to me doing crystal meth and drinking and coke.
And the medications that you've been prescribed for are for like depression or?
Yeah, they gave me antidepressants, but I didn't feel like it really helped. I felt like it was just making me kind of feel weird. Yeah.
Do you feel like living the way you do has made you stronger, or how has it changed you?
Yeah, it's made me a lot stronger. It's made me not care so much what people say, because it's like every day I walk out, like people say stuff. So it's like, sometimes I just have to suck it up and just go out there, because it's like, if not, then I'm going to be like, if I don't leave my house, then I'm just going to, end up broke and like back on the streets again, living in a tent, depressed.
What do you dream of in your life? Do you
I dream of being a celebrity and living in a nice house. I want to get married one day. I hope that happens. I want to continue with my transition and hopefully get more surgeries. So I would like to get a sex change. I deal with like a lot of like body and like mind, like it's like differences. Like it's like I feel like, I want to be like this, like and stuff, but it's like I feel like I can't really go to the beach because, I still have like this, I haven't had this surgery. So it makes me feel really uncomfortable.
So
like
the
I feel
surgery
like
you're referring to is?
SRS.
What is SRS?
Basically a sex change where they turn your penis into a vagina.
And you can do that in the United States?
Yeah, you can. It's cheaper if you go like to Thailand and stuff though. But I don't know. I don't have a passport or anything. So.
How common is that surgery in the trans community?
I think it's not very common.
Yeah, I've seen the majority of the trans women that I've interviewed
have not had the surgery.
Male equipment.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your worst experience as a child?
I was touched by my sister. She would like touch me, and that really made me feel really uncomfortable in my body, because I felt like I couldn't tell anybody or say anything. And
How
it
old
was
were you?
huh?
How old were you?
I was like 6. And like she would like touch me and stuff, and like I would feel really uncomfortable, but I felt like I couldn't do anything. I felt like powerless. It was so weird. I don't know. But yeah, that was probably one of the most traumatic things that have happened to me. I went to jail for a year. So that was really...
You went to jail for what?
For assault with a deadly weapon.
Against who?
It was against some woman. I was like at this rehab facility because I broke my foot. And I broke my foot because I was high on crystal meth, and like I was like climbing over fences. I thought I was paranoid. I thought like cops were after me, but really it was just me being paranoid. So I went to a rehab center from the hospital, and I was pretty sober, but I was like, I had my dealer's number, so I called him and got some Xanax because I was feeling really anxious with the other residents. Like it was mostly like all guys. So, and that's another thing with being transgender. It's like most facilities I go to are gonna be for men. So it's like me being transgender, it's like a lot of these men wanna have sex with me, they wanna touch me, they wanna talk to me. And it's just like, I just feel like almost like I don't have a way out. It's like, It
would be safer for you to go to a woman's facility?
I don't know. I've never been to a women's facility, and like hypothetically, like you would think like, okay, it would be safer for me, but I've never actually been in like an all women's facility, But it seems like a lot of times, like sometimes like women can be like aggressive sexually as well.
Yeah, but a women's facility would probably have the issue, you're still a man.
Yeah, they're not. Most of the places they say, okay, we can't let you in here because you're technically still, you have like a male part. So
You don't fit in either way.
yeah, I really feel like I don't fit in either way. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't like that feeling. I feel like I don't like that feeling. I don't know. And even with the bathroom, like I feel like when I go in the women's room, I almost feel like uncomfortable because I'm like.
When you go to a public washroom, you go to the men's or women's?
For a long time, I just went to the women's. I've been in the men's room a couple of times just because I wanted to see what it would be like, and I don't know. I mean, a couple of times I've went into like the men's room and the guys are like, this is like the men's room. What are you doing here? You know, so I'm like, you know, so, but.
Kasey, what would you say is the most important thing you've learned
in my life? The most important thing I've learned, I don't know, not to give myself away for free to men, because like I've been tricked a lot. Like I've like thought these like guys wanted to be with me like in a relationship, and like they just had sex with me and then like kick me out. So I'm like and I have sex with them with no condoms. So it's like I'm really putting myself at risk, you know, and it's like, so I feel like me trusting people has definitely changed. Like I don't trust people as much. And usually like if guys are not giving me money, I just don't talk to them. So.
All right, Kasey. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I wish you the best of luck. I hope you're careful out there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.